Hello my friends and welcome to episode 1 of our brand new Football Manager 2022 beta save. We're going Chelsea this time around. Simple reason, we've done PSG, Bayern, Barcelona over the last 2 years. It's about time we came to England and I felt there was no better team for me to go to than Chelsea. So here we are. Before we get into today's video, if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. We're on our way to that 1,000 subscriber mark, so it'd be a great help if you did. If you want to stick around and watch the content, that'd be absolutely brilliant as well. Of course, and hit the like button. Leave comments down below, I'll reply as and when I can. Plan for this series is to be daily. There might not be an episode out tomorrow just because of the time. I'm recording this about 2 hours after the FM beta has dropped. By the time I've downloaded the game, football was on, I was watching that. And you know, I'm actually getting to record it. Very little time to record tomorrow with this kid's school, and then other commitments I have on a Friday. So I might not necessarily get a video out on Friday, but from Friday onwards, so Saturday might be a bit risky as well on the same basis of Friday, but from Sunday onwards we should be daily for the duration of the beta, and then we'll start our main save. More details on that are to come during this series. So we're starting off Chelsea hire game, and now we are going to give ourselves a nickname as we always do. So Chelsea have today confirmed the appointment of the Don Gaiman as the club's new manager. Please ignore the cat in the background. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 30-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football, and he's sure to face plenty of questions when he meets the media for the first time at Stamford Bridge. Gaiman has put pen and paper on a deal worth 130 grand a week. I wish I could get that in real life, and replaces Thomas Tuchel. Gaiman lacks the reputation of a title specialist, which given the current ambitions creates an intriguing dynamic as they intended to challenge for major honours. Media prediction is third. That's kind of about where we expected. We're rich, we've got a £40 million transfer budget, so we may be able to get one player in depending on who we sell. We might be able to get a couple in, but hey ho, this is the squad review this episode, so we'll get into it. This is a formation that it's recommending. This is not what we will be playing. I can assure you we've also got a bunch of players out on loan and whatnot, and we've required to play attacking football, possession football, develop players through the club's youth system, sign players under the age of 22, play entertaining football, sign high reputation players. My mouth is completely gone. I'm tired, boys. I wouldn't be recording this if this was not release day, believe me. Yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine. We'll save that. First time I load the game. We do not have a manager face because I've managed to recreate Zombie Man, and I didn't want Zombie Man this year. So that is why there's not a created face, and I've gone with a sort of generic and made up one. So Chelsea players in the last year, their contract, is there anyone really worth renewing? Rudiger probably. Christensen's not that far away. Other than that, no. Okay, that's interesting. Tactics introduction. We'll create a tactic now. Why not create a tactic? Can I skip this? Thank you. I don't want to load tactics, so we're going to go with control possession, choose formation, 4-2-3-1 wide. We're going to go with the same formation that we had last year. See how it works, basically. Now, right now, do I have an FM draft this weekend or not? I do. Okay. I don't want to show my tactics, boys, just now, because it's the same tactic I'll be using in the FM draft. So I'm going to skip this and I'll be back in a second. There we are. We've done the tactics, boys. Just double checking it's recording. We're clicked on the Football Manager, so it's not going to end. There we go. We'll accept the current vision because, yeah, good luck negotiating that. We've got a couple of injuries, so we've got Kovacic. Oh, these are recurrent injuries, okay. Kovacic and Rudiger with some issues. I'm happy to show the tactics, just give me until Sunday, until the last FM21 draft is out the way, because I just don't want to give away my tactics, essentially. So, transfer window is done. Skip that, come on. Let's have a look at our team. So, in goal we have 3 goalkeepers. We've got Edward Mendy, who is number 1 in real life, of course. He's currently valued at 46 to 55 million pounds. Guide value. So, it's fairly decent. Decent aerial reach on him, good reflexes is two things that I look for, so don't see us replacing him. We've got Kepa, who's valued fairly low, clearly had a bit of a nerve here. Still looks a decent backup, and Bettinelli, who actually for me might be a better backup. Got Thiago Silva, he's still got the physicals about him. Not quite got the jumping reach that I would necessarily like, but decent in tackling obviously. Very good positioning, good marking, obviously a top class, very, very experienced centre back. Let's just hide the players not at the club, please. Jeez, that's quite a long list. We've got Antonio Rudiger, who I see being one of our starting centre backs again. Maybe we prefer maybe a bit more physical, but he's still solid. Positioning, the only thing that really lets him down, a bit of weak concentration as well for this level. And then we've got Malan Sarr. Looks a solid backup at left back. I'd agree with the game here. As much as it needs a natural there, I 100% agree left back. We've got Andreas Christensen, the young man. That strength stands out to me already as a big issue. Positioning's good, concentration's good, tackling's good, passing's good, jumping reach is okay. That strength, 8 strength on a centre back is worrying. We've got Reece James, absolutely solid in the Champions League final, of course. Looks fairly decent, worth a 77 to 89 million pound guide price. Craziness, absolute craziness. Good cross in, so looks fairly solid there. Ben Chilwell on the other side. Ugh. I could see me looking at left back. Now, he's obviously good. He's very well rounded, very good centre player. He's just missing a couple of key stats that I really look for. He's very, very well balanced. He just doesn't have the standout stats that I would tend to look at. The tackling, the dribbling, the crossing. They're not bad. They're just not exceptional. You obviously got another very experienced player. Players all the way across the back is Dave, or Cesar Azpilicueta. Looks good. He does look good. I see him playing more in the middle. I can't see me playing him out wide. I really cannot see me playing him out wide. But he looks solid enough. How much is he worth? 14 to 20 million, give or take. Got Marcus Alonso now. He is the left back that could save me saying I'm going to go out and buy a left back. He's still worth a decent amount of money here, Marcus Alonso. But I just don't see it. I just do not see it. He's decent, he's just not that level. Kovacic looks very well balanced, could play in a number of roles here for us, so again, we'll keep him around. Lewis Baker is a 26-year-old who is nowhere near the team. Let's be honest, absolutely nowhere near the team. We've got Jorginho. He looks a bit good, doesn't he? Again, can play a few different roles for us in my tactic. I'd be fairly content to keep him around, build a team around him as well. And then we have the big man. One of my favourite players in football, N'Golo Kante. Defensively, this guy is an absolute monster. Going forward, not quite so great, but you don't really ask that from N'Golo Kante. That should be our midfield pairing. You've got Hudson-Odoi, 20 years old, starting to look good. What potential have we got in you? 4.5 star. If we can make Hudson-Odoi work, we've got a player here. We've got a player. We've got Saul on loan from, I think it's Atletico Madrid. Is indeed, just double checking that. Again, very well rounded. Can play multiple roles for us. See him getting a fair bit of game time. We've got Ross Barkley still kicking about at Chelsea. He doesn't look bad. He doesn't look bad, does he? But he doesn't look brilliant either. We've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Again, probably time to let this man go. Just looking at those stats. He's on 150 grand a week. Wow. Wow. Going back to FM18, he'd have struggled to get my Hearts team, and he's on 150 grand a week. I am not used to Premier League wages, boys. Kai Havertz, 22-year-old German wonder kid. That's the way I'm describing him. I don't care if it describes him as an attacking midfielder. Very, very good player. Again, potential more than anything else. You've got that 5-star potential. Got Mason Mount. Again, looks decent. I think that's going to be sort of our main role. Ziyech, again, looks okay. He does look okay. I'm going to give him that. you're young as well. No, you're 28. We've then got Timo Werner. He will not be playing up top for us because we've got a one striker formation, and I can assure you right now, he is not good enough to play up top, just even looking at these stats. 15 finishing, 13 composure. Good off the ball, terrible teamwork, good penalty taken. But that's literally about all he's got going for him. He's not even got great dribbling. I would maybe be tempted to sell him to free up some funds, you know. I really would be. Got Christian Pulisic. And that almost seals me selling Werner. If we can get a bid for Werner, I will sell him and bring someone else in. Charlie Masonda, how is he still here? He's going. And then we've got the big man himself, Lukaku. He doesn't look quite as good as what I think he looks on FM21. But again, can play so many different roles up top without any issues. I'm certainly not playing him as a pressing forward. Let's have a look at complete forward on support just now. That's not what I'm playing, by the way. But again, fairly solid striker. There's not any strikers that can play complete forward on support. Great finishing, great composure. The physicals are astronomical. You know, get a bit of agility and acceleration and you'd be looking at almost the perfect physicals. Decent off the ball, okay vision, great composure, great finishing as I said, good first touch, max on penalties. That's the team, boys. Is there anyone in the... skip that then out. Oh, yes, just leave me alone to do my thing. Let me have a look at reports. So I've not set up a thing yet. So we've got a few young lads. We've got Soonsup Bell, who's a young striker. Needs a bit of work. Let's be honest, we've got a few guys out on loan that will not take too much interest in just now. We've got this lad, needs work. In fact, they're all going to need work, really. If we have a look by ability, and at the club again, so the only one that we're interested in is Shalaba, who again just isn't good enough. Again, if we get a bid for him, I think we just let him go. We'll have a look at the under 18s. Again, not expecting any fireworks here. We've got Ronnie Stutter, looks decent. We've got Billy Gee, decent. And we've got Brody Hughes, who needs a lot of work. The only other player that I am going to look at, because I know there will be interest from people that watch my content, is Billy Gilmore, who actually does look fairly good, doesn't he? Where are you, Billy? You're not giving me a potential. There you go, 4-star potential on Billy Gilmore in a Chelsea squad. Good loan for him, and he could be absolutely outstanding. That is where I am going to leave this episode, the boys. So, as it stands, Werner is probably the only first team player that I would consider selling, because probably trying to replace him with one or two players. Other than that, I'm fairly content to go with the squad. You know, if you look at my series in the last year particularly, and I think even the year before, we switched off for the main series the ability to buy in the first window, which meant we had to use the squad that we had. So I'm fairly content to use this squad. A couple of bits of improvement here and there that we could make. I think we need a left back, probably a left winger, probably a backup striker if we sell Werner. But that is kind of where we're at. So I'll leave this here, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, smash the like button, please. I'd absolutely love it if you did. Leave some comments down below. Where would you improve this squad? What do you think of the ratings as well? Go back, pause on any specific player that you want to see. Much love. Hit subscribe if you're interested. We're on that road to 1,000, and I'll catch you all either tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, depending on how quickly I can get through to the first game for a record point. And I'll catch you later.